let me make it clear, I'm not an activist of any kind. I'm a person who watches from the sidelines. I have met Shabnam, and Shabnam has made many futile attempts to get me into activism. I prefer to stick to my area of work and contribute whatever little I can. I greatly admire the work that Anhad is doing. I have seen at first hand the work being done by them in the rural areas in Kashmir. And I'm completely filled with admiration, not only for the nature of the work, but for the attitude with which this work is conducted. And the fact that all of them know that this is not a path full of roses. What they have taken on is a massive job. It's a job which they themselves may never see come to fruition. But they're doing it because they believe in it, and they're doing it because they hope that their attempts will propagate further attempts at enlightenment, education, and to talk to the women concerned about their own rights, about their own empowerment. It's not going to be easy. They all know that, and I don't need to remind them of it. What they're asking for is a sea change in all our attitudes. Even though here, the people assembled here, maybe one is preaching to the converted, but the fact is that we need to spread this message. We need to disseminate this as far as possible. And all of us have connections with small towns. All of us have connections with villages. All of us have connections with places where atrocities are daily perpetrated on unsuspecting women, where infanticide exists, where child marriage still exists, where all sorts of horrors continue. And also to spread this message, particularly among the Muslim community, which often has a tendency to get hot under the collar over subjects which not only do not concern them, but which are probably not true in the first place. It's more important what Anhad is saying. Be concerned about the right issues. It is education that's more important, not the spreading of any other kind of doctrines which are fossilized and which have eaten into our consciousness. So I'm here today only as a friend of Anhad, a person who watches with admiration, and I must express my gratitude to Firoz for having extended this hand to Shabnam and to Anhad, because though it may seem anomalous to talk about the work of Anhad in a setting like this, but the fact is that it does need a helping hand. No work can continue without help from those who can afford to give it. And for those who are giving it, all I can say is, if you can afford to give credit, then you don't need to take it. Thank you very much.